Hey guys, Joey here, aka McSlorpNorp. Today I got a deck profile of my Rokket Link deck. Obviously with the new Dragoon, as you can see, I'm not just playing Dark Magician and Red Eyes just for fun, but you gotta play it with good cards. But let's just get right into it. I kind of split up the deck into like 4 separate components. First is going to be our starters. We're going to have our Black Metal Dragon, which is arguably the best starter in the deck. I'll show you some cheesy combos and stuff like that, some ways you can like chain block your opponent. Like Gamma doesn't really hurt your startup. Like really, Gamma can only really stop your Link Cross or your Needle Fiber if you play correctly, and obviously the Red MD to accompany that. Next is going to be our Triple Safer, arguably the next best starter. I obviously like to start with Chaos Space way more than the Safer, but obviously I like having the 6 starters in the deck, especially with the 43 card deck. I'll go over why it's 43 in a little bit. And then obviously the accompany of Collapse Serpent and Wiverbuster. Best cards in the deck, hands down. Literally, they're at 1 for a reason. And then the Rokket engine, I got triple Rokket Tracer, obviously, tuner, just tutors your whole deck. Along with Magna Rokket. I see a lot of people not playing the Magna Rokket. Again, I'll show you later why we're playing the Magna Rokket. It's a 1 card out to your opponent's Dragoon. Obviously, you can debate the negate before you go into this combo, just with Tracer. So we play those along with our Rokket Recharger. This guy's really good too. This lets you play on turn 3 if they break your board, and that's a big if. The board's pretty freaking massive. So, and then obviously Rokket Synchron serves a multitude of different reasons in the deck. Right now, it's my main target for Needle Fiber. And Needle Fiber isn't really like that necessary in the deck. Obviously, it's good just to climb up the Link ladder and then set up your LP Pisty play. But Rokket Synchron, even if you see it, like it's a tuner summon off of your Boot Sector launch. So it's a good card. Next is going to be kind of our combo. Obviously, everything in here you can always play. Like as long as you can normal summon a dragon and have an extender, you have combo. So first is going to be our Levianeer. You can search it out during your combo, obviously if you open optimally. It's also a good standalone card. It helps you clear your board. It's your main deck boss monster in the deck besides Red MD. Next, Noctovision, same reason as Black Metal, everything else. It's one of the better extenders in the deck, along with being able to chain block your Striker Dragon right away and your Romulus. So very impactful. And then Phalanx combo card, level 2 tuner, obviously nothing else to say. And then Brotar combo card, very good. People don't read into the card when they're trying to clear your board. When they're trying to attack your Verte Anaconda, you're just able to bring back your Brotar right away and then search out a Dark Dragon for next turn. And then for our non-engine cards, our hand traps, we're playing 3 Gamma and Driver. Nothing more to say about it. Literally, you got to stop other combo decks. If it resolves on your turn, you automatically win the game. It's a free Needle Fiber. Like, there's no reason why you shouldn't be winning that game, honestly. And then Triple Tactics Talent. This card I really enjoy in the deck just because the deck can push through so many hand traps as it is, and having information on your opponent's hand is just so impactful. So, and then Impermanence too, it's the other best hand trap of the format. It can't be called by the grave, can't be gammaed. It doesn't trigger other Triple Tactics talents, so it's perfect. And then next is going to be our just Dragoon package, Dark Magician, Red Eyes, and the Red Eyes Fusion, obviously. In this deck specifically, it has way more use than any other deck, and I think that's just super cool because obviously my name's Joey, and I got to back up that Red Eyes Black Dragon for Joey himself. So I'll show you in the combo later that Black Metal Dragon, when you already have your Red MD and you're trying to go for your Romulus, you can chain block your Romulus by adding Black Dragon because this can use fusion materials in hand also. So next is going to be our Boot Sector launch, part of our combo. Also, it doesn't hurt so bad if you see it. It's a pretty necessary card. Along with the Divine Lance. This really sucks seeing. This is arguably this and Red Eyes Fusion seeing in hand. And even with Red Eyes Fusion, if you see it in hand in Dead Draw, you can still play it and still have a boss monster. But Divine Lance, it really sucks because obviously, as you can see, I'm not playing the Ravine either. I feel like Ravine isn't very necessary in the deck. I like keeping the cards in hand. I don't really like the discard effects. And then, speaking of discard effects, 1 for 1. But this is this is an extender. This could be a starter. This does everything for you. So 1 for 1 needs to be played in the deck. Along with 2 Guard Dragon, I really wanted to bump this card up to 3, but I really wanted to keep the main deck count down to 43, and also I didn't want to see multiples because of the hard ones per turn. So there's the Guard Dragon, and along with 3 of the best cards in the deck, and then also 3 of the best extenders in the deck. Like, no reason to go over these cards. Chaos Space, literally starter, extender, and then same with Quick Launch. You can grab your Rokket Tracer and starter, extender. So, and then onto the extra deck. So it's 2 Striker Dragon, and that's the only 2 of in the extra deck. I think it's very important because sometimes you need the second Striker Dragon to clear your Pisty for your Anaconda play in your combo. Otherwise, your turn 3 is very impactful with that Recharger because you're just able just to top deck any dragon, make Striker Dragon, add back Recharger, and then summon back your Red MD. And I'll show you that later too. Obviously, LP Pisty. LP's going to be banned very shortly. There's a reason why this deck's still being played. It's these guys right here. This is the core component of the deck. Along with Link Cross. Link Cross is Link Cross. Like, I don't know why I need to explain anything more. Along with Buster Whelp, or Protector Whelp, excuse me. Protector Whelp is more of like your clearing card, and it also helps because it just takes 2 monsters. Like, whereas Anaconda takes 2 effect monsters, this can clear a Nibiru token and get you into your combo after you get Nibiru'd. So it's super, super good. Along with the Heretic Seal, this I like ending on now. I feel like it's very impactful, especially against Rock, too, because if they start off with, like, a Doki Doki, if they start off really slow, same with Warrior, like, if you know that they can't follow up with an extender outside their normal summon, you just bounce it back to hand, and sometimes they'll pass. So, and then obviously tutors a Dragon out of deck, too. Hulky Fibrax, no explanation. Romulus, arguably one of the best cards in the deck. Again, along with that secondary effect, is if your Romulus gets, like, let's say Ashed or something like that, you can still summon your extender underneath it, make an LP underneath the Romulus, especially summon another dragon from hand, and then do LP Pisty underneath your Romulus. So Romulus is a good standalone link too. Along with Anaconda, you know why it's in here. Everyone knows why it's in here. It's Dragoon. So, and then also the Borrelsword Dragon, Borrelsword and Striker Dragon are the only cards left in extra deck after you full combo turn 1, and that's all you need to push through for game against your opponent. It's the best going second card. Plus, it's kind of like, you know, their card outside of Borreload. And then also we got our Synchro package. We got our Metal Marcher along with Arclight. These guys are just your Link Cross combo. You go into your Arclight before you go into your LP and Pisty, so you can protect it from hand traps, from Nibiru, whatever you got. So it's really good bait, and it's really good fodder for that. Next, obviously, our Borreload Savage. It's Rockets. You got to play it. And then Dragoon, best card of the format, arguably. So next is going to be our side deck. We got our 1 Pank. Pankratops is really good. I found it is just amazing again. I've had it out for the longest time, but it's just, you summon it, you attack over a Herald of the Arclight, and you tribute it, and then bait another interruption, all in 1 card. So very good, no explanation for Pankratops. And 3 Ghost Ogre. I go back and forth between Nibiru and Ghost Ogre right now. Ghost Ogre against the Warrior deck, at least you can kind of just shotgun this against Isolde, and it kind of, they have to have a lot of extension just to stop that, because right away they're going to activate Isolde to search. And if you're just able to Ghost Ogre that, it sets them back very, very far. And next is just going to be kind of our... I'm sorry, my side deck's kind of clumped together. I'll just move it around a little bit just to show you what I'm looking at here. I got the Vylon Cube along with Smoke Grenade of the Thief with 2 Appointers. So specifically these 4, so I can take out the Gamma package going first, because the Gamma package is very subpar going first. I'm able to look at my opponent's hand and pick out like a Dark Ruler, like a Forbidden Droplets, or like a Hand Trap if they don't want to activate it, because I have the Negate on board already. But basically these 3 cards, along with the Vylon Cube in the combo, allows me to look at my opponent's hand and then just go from there. I know what to negate, and I pretty much win the game from there. Scarlight, Red Dragon, Archfiend, this one isn't really being sided in Dueling Book. This should be like probably another Appointer, or probably something like my 3rd Dark Ruler, but I kind of want to get used to not seeing that side deck slot, because in real life Yu-Gi-Oh! With the time rules, how everything going, you guys know how it is, you gotta summon your Scarlight just to pop the field and burn your opponent for game, unfortunately. You know, I hate cheesing out wins like that, but sometimes, you know, when time comes up, you got a Scarlight, Red Dragon, Archfiend. 2 Dark Ruler, no more. The reason why I'm playing 2 is obviously for the Scarlight. I couldn't really figure out something else to take out a 1 of. I liked everything else. The Dark Ruler, I would rather have the Hand Traps instead of the Dark Ruler, because everyone's playing Smoke Grenade or some way to look at your hand, games 2 and games 3 if they're going first, and they're just able just to pick it out of your hand. So it's unfair that they're able to look at your hand like that, but Dark Ruler's Dark Ruler. You know, even against Dogmatica, if you got to stop like a Winda or like a Makaba, you know, it's still good against that. So I didn't want to max out on that. And then next, triple Lightning Storm against the back row deck, and obviously to accompany that red reboot. There's still some back row decks going around. People are getting smarter and smarter by the day playing around Lightning Storm, so this is becoming less and less viable. But obviously, if you run into the Altergeist, the Gurus, you know, anything, it helps with those matchups. So let's get on to the combos. I'll show you guys some of the combos that we can do, and it's a very good deck. Alrighty guys, and here is our 1.5 card combo with our Black Metal Dragon. I say 1.5 because you just need the one card to discard off of Brotar. So let's get into that. So you normal summon your Black Metal Dragon, obviously, and you're going to link that guy off for your Striker Dragon. It's going to be Chainlink 1 Black Metal Dragon, Chainlink 2 Striker Dragon. That's pretty crucial there. If your opponent wastes their Gamma on your Striker Dragon, that's perfect, because if you have any sort of extension, you just kind of win the game from there. But yeah, you just want to chain block your Black Metal so you ensure your Red MD gets to hand. So we'll add the Boot Sector Launch and then our Red MD. And then we're going to banish our Striker Dragon, special summon our Red Eyes Darkness Metal, to special summon our Black Metal back. And then we're going to be linking these guys off for our boy Romulus. And Romulus will be Chainlink 1, and Black Metal will be Chainlink 2. And you guys are wondering, like, what the hell are you searching? Like, why are you activating Black Metal again? So, Red Eyes Fusion says that you can use the fusion materials from hand or grave, or deck, excuse me. So, we're just going to be adding the Red Eyes just to chain block the Romulus. It's a free card, too. So, if you know your Anaconda play can't go off, or if you hard drew the fusion, this is a free card in hand. So, we'll just grab our Divine Lance. And we're going to be activating it just for the sake of me just not wasting any more time. I'm going to activate it from deck. And then we're going to be equipping our Phalanx. And then we're going to activate the Phalanx to special summon it. And then you can link off your Romulus into your Linkross. And Linkross effect will activate to summon our 2 tokens. And then from there, we will go into our Metal Marcher. And Metal Marcher will special summon back your Phalanx. And so from here, you can do a multitude of different things. It depends on what you have in your hand. If you have an extender, for example, you can just go ahead and make the token and your Metal Marcher into your Herald of the Arclight to have another negate and a macro type effect on field. If you know you don't want to go into Hulky Fibrax, you can make your Phalanx into an LP underneath the Linkross, then make the Metal Marcher and the Linkross into a Buster Whelp above it, and go into your Guard Dragons from there. It just depends on what you want to do. But just for the sake of the video, and just for the sake of this combo, since it's the 1.5 strictly, we're going to be making our Metal Marcher and our Linkross into our Hulky Fibrax. There he is. And we're going to be summoning Rokket Synchron from deck. There he is. And then obviously just LP Pisty underneath there, and it's just pretty self-explanatory from here. LP Pisty. And then LP's effect's going to activate a special summon Brotar from deck. And then Brotar's going to activate. We're going to discard our Triple Tactics. We're going to add our Rokket Tracer. And if you already have access to the Tracer, this is where you would add Levineer. And from there, we are going to make our Protector Whelp just to activate our Pisty. And our Pisty is just going to bring back, it really doesn't matter, whatever you bring back is just going to be link fodder for your Anaconda. So in this case, I guess I'll just bring back the Brotar. I like Brotar, so let's bring it back. Why not? And we'll make our LP, and our Protector Whelp doesn't matter. You can use Pisty or LP regardless, but you make your Heraldic Seal up top. And then from there, you can activate your Boot Sector Launch, effect to special summon. And then here, it's going to be very crucial to pop your token or Boot Sector Launch, whatever you want to do. I personally like keeping Boot Sector Launch on the field at all points of the game. I hate popping it, but sometimes you'll find the situations where you have to. And with that being said, people don't read this card. This card is a soul charge. You'll have four Rockets in the graveyard. Oh, I guess 3. But if you can get Rokket Tracer again on your opponent's turn, they're going to bait it. You're going to have 4 or 3 monsters to special summon and bring back next turn. So, but we're going to use our Rokket Tracer to pop our token, and we're going to summon specifically Recharger. So from here, this is where it gets kind of weird. I'll explain it in kind of an easier kind of term. So obviously, we have the Borload Savage, and then we have the Anaconda on board. But obviously with Pisty there, we're not able to summon Anaconda, because Anaconda is a plant. So we're going to make our Recharger into Striker Dragon. And we're going to use the effect of Striker Dragon to destroy the Pisty to add back the Recharger. And at this point, Recharger is going to go off because we destroyed a dark extra deck dark monster to send itself to graveyard, target it, and special summon a different dark monster from our graveyard. And we will just special summon back Recharger. Easy peasy. That's how you clear your Pisty and your LP if you ever need to. It's very easy. So, and then from there, it's super self-explanatory. You just make your Savage, equip your Helki, because that is our biggest monster in graveyard. I like putting it in defense because of Lightning Storm. It's all up to you, whatever you want to do. And then, obviously, just the Anaconda from here. Pay 2,000, feel great. And then, obviously, with Herald of the Arclight, you're able to banish the material, so there's no worry about that. I remember thinking that Herald of the Arclight had a total macro effect, but it's only for monsters, so you're still able to send the spell. But that's our board right there, and that's a 1.5 card combo. You still have 3 cards in hand. And then, obviously, if you have another extender in hand, you are able to end on Herald of the Arclight along with this. So this is what it looks like with an extender. Now, that is an impressive board. That is 3 Omni Negates, and then a return to hand, and then also with follow-up for next turn. So that's that combo. Next, I'll show you the Vylon Cube combo, which is kind of different, just kind of the side card combo. Alrighty, and for my Cube combo that we're going to be making during Games 2 and Games 3 when we're going first is very similar. It's just playing it in a different fashion. It's different steps, and you'll see here. Summon our Black Metal. And then we're going to link that off for our Striker Dragon, obviously. And we're going to go 1 metal, 2 Striker Dragon, add. And we're going to banish our Striker Boy to special summon Darkness Metal to bring back our Black Metal. And then we're going to link those guys off for our Romulus to add both our Red Eyes and our Equip spell. And like I said before, you got to chain block your Romulus. And from here, obviously, you're just going to equip it to equip our Phalanx. I'm going to special summon them just for the sake of the video. And then we're going to be making our Linkross, summoning 2 tokens. We're going to make them into Metal Marcher and special summon back our Phalanx. And then from here, this is where you kind of need the Rokket Tracer in hand to go full combo. You can still do the same thing, but you're not ending on Borreload Savage. You're still able to look at your opponent's hand, you're still able to do all that, but you just won't end on the Savage. But from here, we will go our Metal Marcher and our Linkross into Helki Fibrax, and this is where we special summon our Cube. And then our Cube and our token will synchro off into our Herald of the Arclight. And then that'll trigger the Cube because we synchro summoned into a light. So we will add our Smoke Grenade from here. And then this is where we'll activate our Quick Launch. This can be pretty much any one extender, but it really helps seeing that Rokket Tracer earlier in the combo instead of using your LP to get it out. So special summon that guy. And then this is where it kind of gets different just because we got to add back our Tracer earlier. And that frees up our Pisty and our LP too. So this is going to look more like standard Rockets down here. We're going to make our LP and then actually make our Striker Dragon next to LP. And then from here, we're going to use LP effect to special summon our Brotar. And like I said, keep in mind that you got that Herald Arclight on the field. So if you discard a monster, it will be banished. But in this sense, we got our triple tactics. So we'll be discarding that and adding our Levianeer. So we're able to pick another card out of our opponent's hand, which is even better. From this point on, we're going to use our Striker Dragon to destroy the LP. And then add back our Rokket Tracer. And then from here on out, we are going to destroy or link off our Brotar into our Pisty. And then Pisty effect will activate, and we will bring back our Brotar. And then we're going to make our Pisty and our Helki Fibrax into Whelp, and then our Brotar and our Whelp into Radic Seal. And then this is where obviously it's just the same shit, different day. Banish 3 Dark specifically to pick a card out of our opponent's hand. And then you can make these guys into your Verte Anaconda right off the bat, and then use your Boot Sector to special summon your Rokket Tracer, and then equip your Smoke Grenade to the Rokket Tracer and pop the Smoke Grenade. And you're going to special summon your Auto Rocket, or your Recharger, excuse me. And then you're just going to simply synchro summon these off into your Boral Savage and equip your Helki because it's your biggest guy, and then pay 2,000 off of your Verte Anaconda just to cap off your board. And in this scenario, your fusion materials will be banished, but not like that matters too much. And there's the board. You picked 2 cards out of your opponent's hand, and you have information about their whole hand, so they can really hope to top deck a card. But even then, if they top deck a Dark Ruler, they got 3 cards to play through this whole board. Even if it's all negated, you still got huge monsters. So it is a super good combo, and I love it. And thank you guys for watching and tuning in with me. I'm going to be starting up the YouTube. It's going to be one of my first YouTube videos in a very long time. Catch me on Twitch, twitch.tv/McSlorpNorp. It should be either up here or up here. I forget what it is on my spread there. But check me out on Twitch. I'll be streaming pretty much, I'd say 3 days a week, 4 days a week, and we'll see from there. Thank you guys for tuning in.